the mentors and apprentices that are here can work with their partners to practice on what they're going to talk about this afternoon as they're being recorded. So they will speak in the language on a topic of their choice. And then we're going to have the rest of our Saulteaux bingo this afternoon. I know yesterday we had 8 games, so today we're going to have 7 games as long as we don't have double winners, because we have 7 prizes left. So I was really impressed with how yesterday went, and I just have to focus on the comments that some of the Anishinaabe made yesterday, especially in regards to what Anishinaabe Ted Keeseekoose had to say. Like, he focused on, part of what he focused on was how there are so many cultural camps, and then we have this language program. But yet, when the cultural camps are open, there's very little people that are able to attend for one reason or another. And in learning the language, I believe in my heart that as Saulteaux people, the language is who we are, the land is who we are. So our language and our land make up our identity. And it's crucial for us to get back to that. Because as a lot of the other elders stated, that learning has to be passed down, or teaching has to be passed down to their children and their grandchildren. As parents, we need to get back to bringing our children to events like this or to cultural camps, because the identity of our children is so important. Our children seem to be lost in today's distractions in the world with internet, cell phones, whatever else there is to be distracted by. But it causes a lot of distractions for our young people and even some of our older ones. We've been colonized for so long that we've forgotten the importance of who we are and where it takes us in life. Because those teachings were meant to keep us on a good road, a good path in life, and to be able to pass the language down to us so that our ceremonies remain in place. Because without the land and the language, our ceremonies will go on the wayside. And in order to help those continue, we really need to focus on coming together as Anishinaabe to instill those teachings, those protocols, the language. So I would just like to emphasize that in order for our children to be proud of who they are and to know who they are, we have to instill the identity in them and continue moving forward in this path. If I've missed any other important statements or comments, I apologize, but I was thinking about that late last night, and I couldn't sleep because I was, all of that whole day yesterday was on my mind and wondering, okay, how can we encourage everyone to come together to learn the language, to learn the protocols, to learn who we are, to learn our identity? How can we bring people together to do that? How can we encourage our children and our grandchildren? What do we need to do? I mean, there may be different solutions, but we need to come up with those solutions and put them into action so that instead of just questioning what we can do, we can actually move forward and start actually doing something and start actually bringing our language forward, bringing our ceremonies back to life, bringing our protocols to the awareness of our young people. So this morning, to start, I would like to ask Janishna Ted Strongpull if he would say an opening prayer for us. And then we have a few singers here that will do the honor song once the prayer has been said. And please, all the Anishinaabe that are here, say a prayer, say a silent prayer in your hearts to help all of us here today strengthen our resolve and our commitment to learning about the language, to learning about the land, to learning about our identity. We are poor and humble people, and we need those prayers to help us along. Great. Thank you very much for that honor song. I wanted to mention that the honor song that was sung this morning was to honor our Anishinaabe for their teaching of the language to everyone that's here, to honor the people that are here today that want to learn the language, and for the children that are here that are also here to learn. So thank you, and miigwech. So at this point now, we're going to have our language teaching and learning to take place. So what I'm going to ask is that everyone pair up with someone. I know Ralph is paired up with Cuthbert. Some of you don't have your apprentices here, and I think what we'll do is just have someone else sit with you and you can work with them. And those of you that are learning from the mentors that are here in the Anishinaabe, maybe try to learn a few sentences. So in the end, when we have the apprentices come up and speak on their choice of topic, we can also call upon you to come and say the few sentences that you've learned while you were practicing with the Anishinaabe that are here. Okay.
Nemush. You see them every day outside, running around. Yeah, that's a dog. Yeah.
But I don't have a dog.
But you see, us though, we don't have a dog. Yeah. Just coyotes and foxes come to the house. Yeah.
Is that your little sister?
Yeah.
Is that a little boy?
Skinny geese. You just said it. Boys. Look, go.
A little boy.
Little boy, skinny geese. Quaisans.
Where's that? Older boy. That's a little girl.
Little girl, yeah. Quaisans. Skinny geese.
Hold this in here. Oh, yeah, you remember.
And what's in here?
Cigarettes?
No, what's it made of?
Ma.
A sema, tobacco, yeah. Sema, yeah. You were right. Yeah. A sema, but that's, yeah, tobacco, yeah. Yeah. And mokaman, use that every day when you eat. No, it's a tool, huh?
Fork?
No, almost.
Yeah.
Yeah, knife. Yeah, mokaman, yeah. Something you use every day, you know.
And a
A fork, a takaigan, yeah. A dish, nagan. Yeah.
This is a
You wish in it. You do that every day.
breathe. Come and eat.
Come and eat.
Chew.
Eat. Yeah. You wish in it, yeah. 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 Oh, let's see now. Yeah, what do them guys do there? When you guys are there, what do you guys do? Nagamuk? Yeah, sing, yeah. Me nagamuk, sing, yeah.
What did you say? What did you say?
You remember?
You? Oh, yeah, she remembers.
See, you remember. You gotta remember that. I'm gonna sing. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm hoping we've given enough time to our apprentices to be comfortable enough to come up and speak. So I'm going to start with apprentice John Keeseekoose. And his when he speaks, it's going to be more of a conversational type speaking.
All right, Bintike, Kibanahan, Kipan Ahan, Esquandem, Kagi Bena, Na Asema, Gishpin, Ayawaya, Gipan, Sunya, Nita, Gi, Adewa, Asema, Kigi, Gainim, Na Namesho, Misipan, John Q, Kita, Wicha, Ya, Nameso, Miss Moose, Gawin nama Gawin mi sa wisina si nito ni niti on da way on down. Yeah, I got nongum kika no amwa numesumis nanakatuman namina go nan pimatazuin. So what I was trying to say, I was probably off quite a bit, was come in, close the door. Did you bring tobacco? If I had any money, I would have brought tobacco. Did you know my late grandfather, John Q? Could you help my grandpa Moose? He did not eat. He would like some tea. And today, I got help by him. I am grateful for I'm grateful for this life, grateful for what this life has given me.
Thank you. Thank you. Well done. Okay, I'll call up Ricky Kitchemonia.
Aninja go dinner magna. Minong kegi zape nungum. Ricky Kitchimoni and Disney cause Keeseekoose and underste. We a Coco upon we get kanama age nagamonan. Zam nipo a zitchigean nagamonan. We a nibi tugamik the bagwe shaman wakasamogamik. So go we Madutsan. We zam me was aksha masum sapan how do you say masum sapan he gave me the wakasa mogamik. So go away nin nana need to go penuchiak. So go away even not the penuchiak grandchildren. Nusak. So go away. That's all I got right now for now. Pardon me? Okay. Well, what I was trying to say is that, like long time ago, I just introduced myself, and a long time ago, that Coco Dorothy, that she taught us how to sing long time ago, like with all the songs that we sing with the ceremonies, like the rain dance, the round dance, the the council dance, sweats and all that stuff. Through good times and bad times. So that's pretty much what I had to say. And then I had 5 children. I had 4 grandchildren. Yeah, I should have practiced a little bit more. I probably could have said more, but yeah, that's all I got right now. So thank you. Keeseekoose.
Thank you, Ricky. You did a really good job. Ricky's one of our, I'm going to say, most experienced Saulteaux speakers with up and coming apprentices. But we haven't heard from Ralph yet. He may blow us away.
I will say it in our language first, and I'll translate it into English after. Anisha Kinawa, Ralph Kashin, Bitamako, Stiznakas, Mita so Benochi, Adu Beno, Jimak, Nindawak, Nadun says, Mita noon way, Gagiza Minaway, Nook, there's a Nishinabe Meoja. Away Meche, Netishina when the Nagamo, the Nagam, is it your gay when in? Is it your gay when not? Is it your gay when on away none? Wakasamo Gamek, Oma Keeseekoose don't say, Nekwe Kendanda Omaga, Anishna Bemoen. Chichi Weezer goes in and goes in, way Kukata, Watamat away. Protocols. Kazinka to make. As it's a game one in, one in. Sorry, I'm kind of all over the place with that. I was trying to pronounce, good day, my name is Ralph Kashane. I'm married with 10 kids. I have 1 grandson. I live the traditional way of life. I sing at ceremonies such as sun dances and rain dances. I'm from Keeseekoose First Nation. I'm trying to learn my language to help me better understand protocols in our ceremonies. And that's as far as I got. It's work in progress, but it was hard coming up here today. It's one of my biggest fears is speaking in public, but can't get better if you don't do it, right? So thanks for bearing with me, and have a good day, everyone.
Thank you, Ralph. You did a really good job, and I'm very impressed with what you spoke on. So the 3 that spoke, like they're really trying to shine through and learn the language, and they displayed that. They displayed that here today. Do we have any younger ones that want to come up and say a few words? Isaac?
Minogizagan, Nogum, Nakatam, Okizis, Zagiwe. Translate in English. What I was trying to say was it's nice out today, and I'm thankful it's very sunny out.
That's really awesome. Thank you, Isaac.
My name is Tiana Natisnikas. What I want to say is non te minikwe nepe. In English, it is I want water.
There's the beginning of our learners. Anyone else? We have another young man who's going to be coming up here right away. But all these people that are coming up are displaying a lot of courage, because it is hard to speak in front of other people, especially when you're learning the language, because I know one is confidence and two is people are generally afraid to make mistakes, but we have to remember to encourage our children to practice and to learn and not to be afraid of making mistakes, because that is how we learn.
I'm Ryder Kashane, Disneycause. That's it. Ninakatanam. Ninatakam.
He's trying to say his name and he's trying to say he's grateful. Nanakatam. Kita. Say it.
Ninatakam.
Good enough.
Thank you. Very proud of you for coming up here and speaking. Okay, so what we're going to finish doing for the rest of the morning is we're just going to continue. Well, right now we'll have a short break because we did not have our coffee break. So we'll have a 10-minute break and then we'll continue. Thank you.
Ka Keeseekoose. Ni misu misses Penka in. Kitima kene missen. Und jekata wap missen. Tame no Keeseekoose yan. Tame no Keekitoan. Tame notis yan. Tame no posean no gummi quit. Grandfather up above, pity me, watch over me, to have a good day. Speak kindly and be kind, and to have a good day today. Me quite. It's a prayer I made in school. I used to teach the kids this prayer, and this was part of their marks on I used to test them every 2 weeks, every chapter. I went up to chapter 21 in that book. And in this book, it was Margaret Cody's book. But when she was alive, I phoned her and asked her if I could use this book as a book to teach the kids. And she gave me permission, so I copied this book for the kids to say a sentence is right, because I told them if you don't say it right, then you're making up your own language. You have to say them right, I said. So I used to make them go right up to 40 things and copy what I'm saying every sentence. They knew how to read. There was a letter H in the system, SRO system, where they write the H. But that H is just to complete the syllabic system. So Margaret made that up, the H system. I said, you don't have to sound out the H's because they don't count. I said, in there they're silent. And I made the kid pronounce them silently and how to read these sentences, because it's hard enough to read it anyways. So I tried to simplify everything in it. And this is a prayer I got to teach these kids. And even little kindergartens were able to say this prayer. That's because I simplified it. Everything I did was to simplify everything so they'll understand. and speak it. Miigwech.
Yeah, between our two communities, we have many language teachers, Corrine Brass being one of them, Stella Kitchemonia being another one. I believe Regina Shingus is another one. Madeline Whiteock is another one. So we have a lot of Saulteaux teachers in our two communities. It would be nice if we could get them all together to sit down for a session to create dialogue. Because in these past few years, I've noticed that the quickest way that everyone's been learning is through oral tradition. Not necessarily through reading and writing, but through the oral tradition, listening and repeating back the sentences. But everyone learns different, so maybe some learn better through writing it down, sounding it out. But yeah, I think we should make use of all our language teachers in the two communities. Is there anyone else that would like to say a few words? Cuthbert? Anishinaabe Cuthbert will come up and say a few words.
I'm going to sit down, my leg is sore.
Okay.
Good morning, everyone. You know, I'd like to say something about our Saulteaux language. You know, my late mother was the first Saulteaux teacher around here. And I used to wonder why she picked to be a Saulteaux teacher. She went to university in Regina, Saskatoon, Brandon. But she taught me a lot when I was growing up. But I didn't listen to her as much as I should have. But you know, now I see my grandchildren that are here. And the old people, they used to tell me that when you sing traditional songs, those are just like prayers. You're praying for someone, not only for yourself, but for everyone, especially in our lodges. And I always tell my boys that, you know, you guys, but they have to learn the language. There's a lot of things that we could teach them, us elders here. I never really wanted to call myself an elder yet, even today. But you know, I'm proud to know my language. You know, when I go different places, I hear different languages being spoken. It's good to hear these people speak their language. And we could teach our young people, our children a lot but we're having trouble getting them to come to a group, like a session like this. And I think now we're going to break through at our school here. But you know, it's good to have our elders here, like our teacher, Corrine Brass. And Shirley's doing a good job trying to promote our language. You know, we should have had more people here. But then again, we're just starting, and I want to thank our two strangers that come here. You know, it's Nina katamaga pisa wat gwek piute menanek. Ognene gewi naga nun te kentam wat wesit we anisnape mong. Wetas Sineko Nina gatawentam we we gaisagagi gatuang we and snapem when. Eutini gan chidnip milk to what get up an old seaman on a coast saying on it. Me we couldn't nag to end them. Anin cheese we fuck you. Eutini gan. Maybe the gay ways it's a go and nag to end man. Ini swe kuga giving to mark one eutim meosa. Gagi big get to any papa, ni pakugi winter wet cake. Where the scani kind we know when he can the scene hogan in a kugagitis and tank. Ni up and dance a kugagitis and tank. He was a nugget go me utini, gan kin this gan in he can the scene hogan in a kugagitis and tamat. He is nugget go me utini gan. She been see when he kugagitis and tamat. We were couldn't nagat away and tan. We in one mark up it. We need to suck maga pe wat ke wina. We need kwe. We ke ko ni pwa. Gan we kende sin awa get up no team na ne kagi si gi kwe wat e utini e ute utana. Gan kone non te sin ke ko se ko e. We tas ni ne tabe no team kagi bigger ka the winter mark ko ke ko. Ani eutini gan tip meu to wat kape sit ge onan ta nan matot sen pa kas go gomek we koga gi figet we ni pa ga pen up meu ne kon ki spin kwek kana pa tamane sit ge onan mi we konen aga to en ta kwek konen kwek meu ton we ge ko we tas Ganine tane, the gagi to Tomas, seek we the quem dabenot even anek. Kenao ya magan sotte against Konagan, post kegi piu temen anek, or sukuga pisa wat. We tas nakatam kia pick up me to one keko. We nakatam we guys it gate we ga. We no come, Tina was go no come. Sin ik kent hem wat ke ko we get up en oot zien en aan ko sen aan ik dan koop tigen aan ik we aan is te ga hier in te maken wat er is snap ik ke ko we meu to we ga je ga gigit we ko ga hier in te maken aan en tot te mak hogi hier ne gok tot de tan Anis ke niin ke hiin tuttasi. Mes go. Pis kagagi tuttamaan ke niin. Ni page go kagi win tamakuan ki open tane. Mes go maga pian. Wening kwan weni ta. Gan wen senone. Wetas gan gut Ja, petsep meut waan ko tenen tam. We ke ko. Mi iga song tamana ne kwe get up no team na ne ko sena ne kwe ke ko utini gan. We tas ke ko hi win tama kwan. Ke go we ka zagana sim ken. We not taman ke ko hi ni ko. Don't ever pray in English, they told me. Just pray in your own language. That's what they used to always tell me. The old people used to say that. And I still follow that. But you know, it's hard nowadays. You know what I just finished saying, you know, I was taught by many different elders. They told me a lot of things. Sometimes those things come to me. What they used to tell me, all of a sudden, they'd come, the things that they told me. Like nowadays, we don't tell our children anything. I don't hear it in schools. like it's called Keeseekoose, and it's like how to raise your children, how to tell them what's right from wrong, how to respect one another. I never heard that yet, but that's what we got to bring back. But there's some people out there, they say that's the old way, you'll never bring it back. But that's what will bring us out of our situation we're in. Like, we have a lot of people that are on drugs and alcohol. And the old people just to say, I didn't know what they meant when they used to tell me that. You're going to destroy one another in the future. Something's going to destroy you guys. I didn't know what they meant, but now I know. Now I see it. But it's good to have kids here for them to understand what we're trying to accomplish here. It'd be good to have more children here, more kids. Like all these kids that are here, those are my grandchildren. But that's all right. I'm glad that they're here listening. But they'll tell other kids. But you know, I'm glad Cheryl is accomplishing something here. You know, we're always trying to bring back our traditional way. Like, I think we're going to accomplish that this year now, this summer, this spring, starting next month. We never had that in our school for years, but I hope it comes back stronger. I could tell our children a lot of things, but you know, sometimes, you know, I'll tell you another thing. Our older people are scared to say things. They're scared to bring out what they were told long ago. Because I heard this many years already. One guy used to speak about these things, and I used to hear in the background, and they used to say, that guy don't know nothing, they used to say. And meanwhile, he was telling the truth. He knew what he was talking about. But the people didn't want to listen to him. But that's how some of our people are. Not all of our people are like that, because they weren't told anything when they were growing up. But that's where we have to tell our children. I know families that do that tell their children things. But there's some that don't even tell their children nothing. But I try to tell my children. But it's I wanted to say these things, like when they're singing here, those songs, they're just like prayers. And I always tell my boys, when you guys sing, you're praying. You're praying. You're not. You're praying for everyone. But you gotta respect the drum, everything. But I want to thank you guys for listening to me, Magapian. Nakatam genin matagusnan. Magapisan. Wetas kego. Sinik kent mang kego. Kitabino timen anek memedeke. Eutinigan. Jep meutuat kea pegwe. Ganisnapemong. We our language, for them to carry it on in the future. We can't be too strict with them when we teach them. We gotta teach them we gotta take it easy on them. That's what the old people used to say. Don't speak to the children too harshly, because they wouldn't want to learn. And I've seen people doing that in the past, talking to the young people in a harsh way. And the people would just walk away from their young people. But we have to listen, even. And we're still learning. Everyone is still learning things here. We don't know everything. Just like one of our elders from Cody, late Roderick Cody. That's what he said. I'm still learning, and he was in his early 90s. I'm still learning it today. I heard him when he said that. We don't know everything. But I want to thank you for listening to me. I want to thank Cheryl. I want to thank our cameraman. Thank you.
Miigwech. Very good words. Is there anyone else that would like to say a few words? Chinishna Bake Ted, Keeseekoose? Pardon? Okay. Well, you know what? I'm going to call up my dad to give some closing remarks before we have our lunch. And then after our lunch, we're going to go on and have our bingo. Once our bingo is done, we'll be done for the day.
Miigwech, ogo. Manogum Danish guys we jamet tawagi kitoan. Apche nimid toa nongum Chinese nabenska kagagi kitot manogum kinagego kata sindang manogum. Tawichigu sit kewin waganan kit ko kewin kan tambeat kan ka kikitot tama keat ko kewin ak Chinese nabenska ko ke unagamok ma kanagamuat nimen talk ko kewin ha. We took kewin ha ki mini go chiat which what once dan snabe mi on manogum. And with that, we had a good session here, a very good session, with the elders who are here from KK, and my fellow Corrine and myself are from Cooley. And it's all here. Everything is here. All the elders, all the wisdom that they shared with the young people, that they shared with each other, and it really sunk in. It really sunk in with we need a little more of that. And they're telling me they're going to take this program to school. And I think it'll go a long way with the elders that are going to come there and are going to help them, If I'm invited, I'll come and do and say what I can help do. Because I got a lot to share too. And, sometimes I wish that some people would come in and ask me questions, and what I got a lot to share, and I'm not going to be here very long. I'm 85 years old, and my days are numbered, and I would like to leave something behind with younger people if they want to come and ask for whatever they want, and like I said, we have there's a lot of people here that umanongum kitischike onena umanongum kunane kotong kitlasin tamen biwe umayawak winagaischike wat. We got a lot of traditional keepers here, the pipe keepers. We got people here that make round dances and council dances and sun dance. All these people are lodge raisers, and they are quite open too to give you, if you want to learn or ask about the protocol of the round dance or the sun dance, and they'll let you know. And it's all here. It's all here, and the singers, like I really enjoyed that little girl that was singing back up to the boys there, Kankoya Market, you know, and she's young and she's going to be a good singer. Maybe I'll see her on a powwow trail, because I like going to the powwow, you know, and with the boys, you know, and like again, it was. I think it was a good session. We come a long ways, and like I think we're going to go a long ways with taking this program to the schools, you know. But the teachers will also need help from our elders. You know, the elders have to be involved traditionally and speaking Zulu and all that. And I think we're going to have dinner now. So I think I said enough. What's making most punigagi kiton gaigo? Okay, thank you.
Thank you for those good words. Okay, so those of you who can serve yourselves, dinner's already here. You can go ahead and serve yourself. The ones that need to be served, we'll find someone to serve you so that you don't have to get up. And I think we're having soup and sandwiches, and there's dessert for lunch.